ಮಂಗಳೂರಿನ ಸೇಂಟ್ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಪರಿಗಣಿತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾಲಯದಲ್ಲಿ ಭೌತಿಕ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಕುರಿತು ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರೀಯ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನವು ಫಾದರ್ ಎಲ್.ಎಫ್. ರಸ್ಕಿನ ಸಭಾಂಗಣದಲ್ಲಿ ನಡೆಯಿತು.
ರಾಷ್ಟ್ರಮಟ್ಟದ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನಕ್ಕೆ ಮುಖ್ಯ ಅತಿಥಿಯಾಗಿ ಇಂಡಿಯನ್ ಇನ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿನ ನ್ಯಾನೋ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ ವಿಭಾಗದ ಹಿರಿಯ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನಿ ಡಾ. ನವಕಾಂತ್ ಭಟ್ ಅವರು ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮವನ್ನು ಉದ್ಘಾಟಿಸಿ ಮಾತನಾಡಿ, ನ್ಯಾನೋ ತಂತ್ರಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆ ಹಾಗೂ ಉಪಯೋಗದ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಮಾಹಿತಿ ನೀಡಿದರು.
National Conference Physical Sciences. Physical Sciences covers many areas. Some of them are already listed as different departments or verticals under this Physical Sciences. Needless to say that science and technology have always played extremely crucial role in the progress of any nation in the world. It's only because of the investment in science and technology, United States is where it is today, as the top nation in terms of advancement in science and technology, right? And before the World War II, it wasn't there, right? Europe was leading the innovations in science and technology. Things changed dramatically because the political leadership back then in the US decided to make significant investment in both physical infrastructure as well as human infrastructure. Physical infrastructure as in building roads connecting the whole country, human infrastructure as in investing in education and research. Right? And what you see over the last several decades is a transformation. I believe that India is at a similar transition point today. Your learning should not stop when you get a degree. Right, your whole life should be learning. You need to adapt to the environmental challenges, pick up new skills. If there is one thing that you have to pick up from, what professors are teaching you in your college, is that how to continuously, learn on your own eventually. Because later on you may not have the great atmosphere that you have in St. Aloysius. There are professors who will come and teach. But once you go out, you will have to learn on your own. There are a lot of resources. You can of course come back. You should be connected to I'm sure there's an alumni association here. You can connect to your institute. But you should also figure out how to learn on your own, right? So these are the traits that you need to pick up during your stay here and also beyond your stay here, right? So, there's wide range of opportunities that are available here. Sky is the limit. Let's seize these opportunities and really transform the country, India, into the global power in the next few decades.
ಕಾರ್ಯಕ್ರಮದ ಅಧ್ಯಕ್ಷತೆ ವಹಿಸಿದ್ದ ಸಂತ ಅಲೋಶಿಯಸ್ ಪರಿಗಣಿತ ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ಪ್ರಭಾರ ಉಪಕುಲಪತಿ ರೆವರೆಂಡ್ ಡಾ. ಪ್ರವೀಣ್ ಮಾರ್ಟಿಸ್ ಎಸ್.ಜೆ. ಅವರು ಮಾತನಾಡಿ, ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ವಿದ್ಯಾರ್ಥಿಗಳಿಗೆ, ಸಂಶೋಧಕರಿಗೆ, ಅಧ್ಯಾಪಕರಿಗೆ ಈ ರೀತಿಯ ಸಮ್ಮೇಳನ ಪ್ರಚಲಿತ ವಿಜ್ಞಾನದ ಬೆಳವಣಿಗೆಯನ್ನು ತಿಳಿದುಕೊಳ್ಳುವುದಕ್ಕೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಸಹಕಾರಿ ಎಂದರು.
Rather, we are here to build youth for the future. You are the youth, and India boasts about the greatest number of young minds, and they're all great intellectuals. And you are the future of such a great nation. And you're all here studying in very good institutions, and also the participants coming from various colleges today and research scholars coming together. I would say that you should have that great dream. It should be a desired, passionate engagement. First of all, have that strong desire that we would like to give our best, contribute in terms of giving our best to the nation. So nation building will happen by the youngsters like you, having that great dream to serve this nation in terms of giving the best of things as human resources, your mind, and giving that to the field of science. That will be one of the greatest contributions that you can give to the future generation, to build the youth here itself. And secondly, to have that dream and determination, to say that we are ready, not so much to be selfish, to build our own families and do that is important, but at the same time serve the nation in one of these best of the institutions, to be part of it, and the emerging institutions to make it one of the best institutions, so that in the future India will shine through these universities and academic institutions. Secondly, to have that passion. The passion is important. When you take up anything, there is, with passion, that is not a job that you are taking it up. Rather, you're enjoying something and say that I'm in this field, I would like to contribute. Maybe as research articles, maybe giving patents, and as Dr. Ramakant Bhatt said, the future is all about the startups. There are so many startups coming up in India, like Google and others in the past, in the United States of America and other places. But I think we have got great minds here to develop softwares, to develop startups. We too at St. Aloysius College has two important incubation centers. One in this campus, another one in another campus in Biri, Koteka. So you can use these incubation centers. We are also planning to have a Section 8 company for the sake of the incubators, for the sake of startups, so that we can get connected with many CSR companies and also the government of India to get the funds for your sake, so that you think differently and you start off with this new venture and become employers rather than just being an employee. You become job providers rather than job seekers.
It is great to see that the started with the oldest department in the sciences, mathematics department, started in the year 1910, to the youngest department, Department of Visual Communications, started 2 years back, joined together to organize such an event. Let me congratulate all the departments for organizing it so well. My appreciation to the Dean of Physical Sciences, Dr. Aruna Kalkur, convener of the program, Dr. Ishwar Bhatt, co-convener Ms. Prafulla, for planning it so meticulously. In fact, we used to have the conferences organized by different departments, and it is the suggestion by Father Principal, the Vice Chancellor in charge, to hold a faculty vice conference. We are grateful to you, Reverend Father. When I was reflecting, I felt it is necessary that you have to come together. Departments cannot function in watertight compartments. They must collaborate with each other. Real life problems don't come to us as in the textbooks. When a student is approaching me to solve a mathematics problem, I can easily say, you are come to the wrong department. But real life problem, when it is approaching us, I cannot say that, oh, you cannot say I am a person on physics and diabetes cannot come to me. Mine is a physics subject. You cannot think that way. It is maybe in the police department functions. If you have faced a problem, try to lodge a complaint, you go to a police station, they will do all the surveys, say, they ask you to wait for a few hours and say, that doesn't come to my jurisdiction, you have to go to another police station. That doesn't happen in sciences. In sciences, it is necessary that we interact with each other. In that context, it is very much essential that all the subject teachers, students, researchers come together.
It is not just research that we do here. We look at technology development. We also develop a lot of manpower, train manpower in this area. Industry, interact with industry so that students can get connected to the industry right away, and also create startups. As the Vice Chancellor was mentioning, I was so happy to hear that you also have an incubation center here. Right? So that is a full ecosystem that you want to be thinking about in future when you are talking about science and technology. And we have a fab and the characterization facility. Together I think there are more than 100 equipments, different kinds of equipment. But what is important is that this facility is not just used by students and faculty in this center or in IISc. Majority of the usage is actually from external users. So that is the point I wanted to convey. Right? Close to 90% are researchers, which is faculty and students coming from all other institutions outside IISc. Right? So I would like you to keep in mind and see whether you could make use of this infrastructure that is available. And that's why we also run this program called Indian Nano Users Program. It's essentially spread all over the country. What you see in this map is the number of institutes. From each institute, many researchers come.
ಈ ಸಂದರ್ಭದಲ್ಲಿ ಕ್ಲೇವಿಯರ್ ಬ್ಲಾಕ್ನ ನಿರ್ದೇಶಕ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ನಾರಾಯಣ್ ಭಟ್, ಫಿಸಿಕಲ್ ಸೈನ್ಸ್ನ ಡೀನ್ ಅರುಣಾ ಕಲ್ಕೂರ್, ವಿಶ್ವವಿದ್ಯಾನಿಲಯದ ರಿಜಿಸ್ಟರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ವಿನ್ ಡೇಸಾ ಉಪಸ್ಥಿತರಿದ್ದರು. ಕನ್ವೀನರ್ ಡಾಕ್ಟರ್ ಈಶ್ವರ್ ಭಟ್ ಸ್ವಾಗತಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಕೋ ಕನ್ವೀನರ್ ಪ್ರಫುಲ್ಲಾ ಅವರು ಧನ್ಯವಾದ ಸಮರ್ಪಿಸಿದ್ರು. ಬ್ಯೂರೋ ರಿಪೋರ್ಟ್ ವಿ4 ನ್ಯೂಸ್, ಮಂಗಳೂರು.